Another new recipe? What? That's right. We're doing something new and we've never done this before. So we're going to invite you along. This is called an avocado egg salad. And I'm going to I hard boiled up some eggs, but we do live in a high altitude area. They weren't quite done, so I mashed them up together and put them in the microwave in 30-second increments until they were totally done. And I bet they taste just as good. So I'm going to put the eggs in there. I'm going to throw them on the counter, but what's new? Okay. The recipe calls, I'm halving this recipe. The recipe calls for 8 eggs. I only did 4 eggs because it's just for Edie and me. And then it calls for 2 ripe avocados. I only mashed up 1. And then 1 tablespoon of Greek yogurt. And hang on just a second, I need to get a spoon. Okay, are you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. 1 tablespoon of Greek yogurt, and I'm just using a dollop because that's how I roll. A dollop. Then it calls for 1 to 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I don't have Dijon, so we're using this. I better shake it up to make sure it's not watery on top. We're just using a squirt. Then I'm going to get my recipe back. Okay, and then calls for the juice of a half a lemon for the full recipe. I don't have a lemon, so we're not going to use that. Then it calls for throwing things on the counter, because that's me. Crushed black pepper. I think it says to taste. We like extremes, I guess. And it also calls for sea salt to taste. There we go. It also calls for 1/2 to 1 tablespoon of fresh dill chopped. I don't have fresh dill chopped. We like dill pickles. So in it goes. Then you just stir it all up. And that is our egg salad we're going to have for lunch. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're using on our lunches. This is Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread is sprouted grain bread. And I'm going to read you a few of the things about sprouted grain bread. It contains more protein and less fat than other grains. It's easier to digest. It contains less gluten. I am gluten sensitive, but sprouted grain doesn't bother me. We only have it once a week at the most, and it doesn't bother me. And it also kills the phytic acid, and it is known to block it is known as a phytic acid blocker or enzyme inhibitor. So when you eat wheat bread, it may say contains 5 grams of magnesium or 10 grams of calcium, but the truth is that most of those vitamins are found in the phytic acid. So they are bound in the phytic acid, so they're bound together, and your body can't digest it. So it makes gluten and protein more. So the sprouted grain makes gluten and protein more digestible. Yeah, that was kind of a rambling mess. Also, sprouted grain contains more whole food-based nutrients. So that's why we use this. We were on a program many years ago when they suggested staying totally away from wheat products and just going with the sprouted grain, and it worked for us. So I don't know if it would work for everybody, but like I say, I have rheumatoid arthritis, and usually gluten really bothers my joints. This doesn't, but I do eat it in moderation. I don't eat very much of it. So anyway, now we're going to give this a go and see. And I have a few little things to add on here. Just kind of divide it between Evie and me. Man, I'm glad I didn't use 8 eggs. The recipe said it's enough for 2 servings with 8 eggs, but that just sounded like way too much. Do you want me to put more on that?
No, probably not.
I'll just put, okay, now that you told me no, I'm going to just fill in the gaps a little bit.
My question to her always is, why does she ask me?
And then, I might put a little bit more on mine too. There. Okay. Then I'm going to put some avocados on it. No, I'm not going to put avocados on it. I'm going to put cucumbers on it, because there's avocado already in it. Okay. And a few tomatoes. And because I like a lot of salt, I'm going to salt it again.
You're a grown woman. You do whatever you want.
Yes, I am. And that is going to be our lunch for the day. Man, that looks big and good and yummy and stuff. So I'm not going to take a bite of it because it looks kind of messy. In fact, I've got it all over my fingers right now. But that's what we're having for lunch today. Just trying new things, and just hang on for a minute because we're going to show you something else. All right, remember when we showed you our new window? Well, guess what we got installed today? Our new shutters. Are those awesome? Those are so much better than the, look at this. Is that just too cool? And somehow, look, that just opened. We can actually open this window now when it gets stuffy in the house.
I love shutters. Love the look of shutters.
Oh, I do too. Anyway, that's all we've got for you today, so we'll be back another time.